skill.
2014, also the year of Luigi. Oh, point blank fireball into jab, gets some quick percent, but King knows he can just challenge pretty much all of Luigi's options with Tornado.
Very good jabs. Jabs here in order to bring King down to get a grab. Using platform canceling, Boss is still definitely a threat, still on his game. Some incredible stuff here. I can't wait to see.
Oh,
and
man.
the first stock is going to go down.
Technical error from King.
Technical error, and Boss definitely followed up. Now I'm concerned because I want to see both win. I like both of them, but really seeing a Luigi win, that's kind of like what I'm really.
Oh yeah, I mean that would be quite the upset. This matchup is widely considered to be like 7-3, if not worse, in Meta Knight's favor. So it would be a huge surprise to see Boss take him out.
Yes.
But definitely more than competent of a player. He, as we were saying, he's basically the grandfather of Luigi in Brawl.
Absolutely, and you know what, Luigi. We can't sleep on Luigi.
Wow.
Because
amazing
tech,
recovery.
Incredible tech.
Saving his second jump till the very end, and then teching the wall after King went to swing at him.
Such vivid control of Luigi. It's incredible to see exactly. He knows exactly what's going to go through Tornado. He knows exactly what he needs to get this advantage. And even though he hasn't racked up that much percent, the fact that he's 164 at 30% on a down stock Meta Knight is incredible. King doing that up perfectly, waiting at the last moment to just reverse it.
Just ties it up with that shuttle loop.
Now, as we know, Luigi has a lot of great aerials. He has a lot of his moves are so safe. In air, I believe his neutral comes out in 3 frames.
Oh yeah.
And especially with a King that's a heavy tornadoer.
Oh, Boss went for the disrespect. He actually managed to get the down B, and no, will he make that back? No way.
You know what?
Used down B off stage.
I'm definitely not going to, innately fault him for that. That was an incredible idea. Dropping down, using side B for that cheese, and it worked.
It worked. It actually was like a 1 in 12 or 1 in 8 chance of misfiring there.
And if he just didn't if he just wasn't using side B, that would have hit him.
Yeah, and pretty uncharacteristic of King to have picked that option there too. So very sad that it didn't end up working out. Wow, Boss had 3 misfires.
A lot of misfires, and I'm starting to think that it may not be just chance, but I'm not a Luigi player. I've been told by a Luigi player that it's not 100% chance, but again, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think seeing 3 misfires in one match would lead me to
maybe Boss
believe
knows something we don't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, Boss definitely has that technology on point, and wow. King says, yeah, I'm going to SD my first stock, but you're not going to get another one.
Sure, exactly. And King is like the king robot, you know what I mean? He knows exactly what you need to do in every matchup. Very robotic.
Hey guys, J-Tails is going to be playing the winner of this match. That's the winner's final of this pool.
Whoa. King and J-Tails in one pool? We've got some matches coming on. This is hype. I'm excited for this.
This tournament is loaded with killers, man.
Yeah, I actually don't want to play my pool anymore. I'm not trying to drown. Oh, Lord, this is going to be nerve-wracking. So we're starting off Game 2. If you're just joining us, Luigi, this is Boss, one of the best, if not the best Luigi in the world, versus arguably the best Brawl player in the world.
Right.
First game we had, he lost the stock early. And so we saw a lot of promising things from this Luigi, but then from a few misplays, King did close it out, and now we're seeing game 2.
In very convincing fashion, nonetheless. And this matchup, it's quite literally the matchup. Meta Knight can just sit back, throw some down tilts, throw some tornadoes. He really doesn't have to fear or respect anything Luigi does.
Yeah, can you tell us why this matchup is exact?
Wow!
Can you
some
tell
Mike
us?
Tyson action? Left, right.
Can you tell us why this matchup is arguably, like you said, 7:30?
Yeah,
Do you have insight?
Yeah, because Meta Knight can just kind of wall Luigi out with a very simple cocktail of moves like down tilt, forward air, tornado. Luigi has very poor traction.
Yeah.
So when he blocks, he gets pushed back very far, and that makes it very difficult for him to punish Meta Knight's moves.
Okay.
And also, all of his moves have very small, disjointed hitboxes.
Sure.
All of the hitboxes on the moves are also attached to Luigi's body very closely, so it's hard for him to contend with a sword character who can just freely swing his sword and doesn't have to worry about his sword getting touched.
Right.
So, Meta Knight has a humongous range advantage.
And the last thing, I just have a quick question before I forget.
Yep.
Can you explain quickly what a disjointed hitbox is?
Yes.
So they understand that the Meta Knight's sword,
Right, yeah. A disjointed hitbox is a hitbox, which is a zone that does damage when you're doing a move. It's the part of your move that makes contact with the opponent and does damage.
Okay.
But a disjointed hitbox is one that is not attached to your character's hurt box, and the hurt box is the zone where your character is vulnerable, aka their body. So when Meta Knight swings his sword, if you hit his sword with a move, it doesn't matter. That's his sword. That's not Meta Knight.
Exactly.
So he's not going to take damage. He's not going to suffer from that at all. And he gets to exploit something like that very heavily against Luigi, who all his moves are on his hands pretty much and his feet.
Right, and I think that's going to be really frustrating for a Luigi player here is all of his trades are either going to hurt or do nothing, whereas Meta Knight doesn't have too much to worry about. He's going to throw his sword out there, getting the up smash, a good read from the dash attack.
Supercharge.
Very, very, very deceptive up smash.
Right, he ran all the way to the edge with that one too. You know, normally when you're in a position of edge guard, you want to take a few steps back from the ledge so you don't like overcommit and and swing past your opponent who can cross you up. But he knew Mewtwo King was expecting him to be in that position, so he just went really deep, went for the up smash and caught the glide early. So well played by Boss. Oh, spot dodges in his face, but no, he doesn't get anything out of it.
Now remember, Mewtwo King is one of those people that just is notorious for going to tournaments, for stalking people. He still has his jump and uses the up B to get back on. And I'm actually really surprised at how well Boss is doing. I don't know if Boss is still in prominent practice, but what I can tell you is that for someone in or out of practice, he's doing incredible as Luigi.
Right, and playing Brawl, it's almost like riding a bike. If you know, you can come back. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, narrowly survives after some bad DI, that 9 o'clock.
Really utilizing okay, good misfire there. I mean, I'm assuming he does it on purpose now. Down smash will get him out of there, get him on his last stock versus Mewtwo King's 2 stocks. It's really interesting. His jab game is what is really getting this percent on Mewtwo King. He's going to jab a bunch and try to get a grab.
Crazy.
Yes, it's so good because his jab doesn't allow I guess Meta Knight to do anything quick. You know what I mean?
Mewtwo King, he is just stuffing all of Boss's moves. He knows up air, super, super tough for Luigi to deal with. He has nothing that reaches down that far.
Sure. Very depressing for Luigi players, too.
Yep. And then he can just use grounded shuttle loop as a really good anti-air against Luigi's, commonplace aerial approaches.
Very interesting. I love his bravery versus Mewtwo King. His jab, run past him, hope for a spot dodge. I believe he still has a
gets
jump.
Another misfire. Boss is the king of misfires, and Mewtwo King.
I knew he had his jump.
Wow. Wow, it's so sneaky by Boss. He's like,
so
oh yeah,
sneaky.
I'm dead, right? Nah, psych.
Very good, very good.
Man.
Using the down air to not spike, but actually stage spike him. Very ambiguous. You don't know whether it's going to spike you so you cancel it, or if it's going to hit you against the stage. Mewtwo King didn't know, and he ended up losing his stock. Now we're last stock, game up on Mewtwo King, and that is going to be it. And Boss is actually
going to with the down air.
Yes, very good match, but Boss still did very well.
Boss walking away,
shaking his head. He's just like,
He knows.
He's like,
when you get paired with the best Meta Knight,
yeah,
especially when your character loses horribly.
Ain't that some shit like that? He's definitely shaking his head. It's going to be J-Tails versus Mewtwo King here. Now, immediately, I think, J-Tails being the baby Meta Knight, Mewtwo King is going to eat this alive. Because for someone that plays with Zero so often, and Zero being one of the quickest, most prominent Meta Knights, you have to be of that caliber to even stand a chance, but I'm not going to sleep on J-Tails.
Right.
You never know. Upsets happen all the time,
Yeah, no, you're very right. Mewtwo King is extremely well versed in the Meta Knight Ditto. Basically, he wrote the book on Meta Knight.
Absolutely.
He taught all the best Meta Knights how to play the matchup.
And he knows all of the, there's no trixies. There's no I'm going to do this for the first time, because he's done it.
Yeah, and furthermore, J-Tails is actually from the same region as Mewtwo King, so he's familiar with, just the kind of regional play style that he's going to be going for.
And now we're getting that first, remember that comfortable stage you were talking about?
Right, exactly. Smashville.
That Smashville, everyone starts there. It's that kind of feel-out stage. It's not inherently good or bad for anyone. It's just that nice, that just even stage. So everyone plays here first. Very good up B from Mewtwo King, using it to get him off the ledge.
Yeah, he uses it to reach below the stage. That has a very low hitbox on it.
Now you are
scoops up like
infinitely more knowledgeable than I am about Meta Knight, and so I think that I want you to take the reins here. But what I know about Mewtwo King is I know his tricksies. I played him in like 20 games and only beat him 3. No. And in that time, I was able to see a lot of the tips and tricks that he does. His up B game, his glide game is incredible. The way that he uses it to use his glide attack in your shield right in the middle so that you can't grab.
Right.
The way that he uses his grab release to down smash is incredible, and I can't wait to see some of those tricks here today.
Yeah, Mewtwo King definitely knows the ins and outs of Meta Knight. He knows some things that he, I'm sure he still hasn't even shared with anyone at all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Could not have said that better myself.
Yeah. Now J-Tails, he's on the edge. Mewtwo King just in a really comfortable position. Uses the platform to try to get something started, but does not get back on
Notice
stage.
where he's standing right now. Notice where he's standing. That was the exact space spacing for not only for him to power shield anything Meta Knight does on stage, but also he was able to down smash, and King knew the exact spacing for that.
Right. Yeah, there is definitely a hot zone off the edge that you want to be in if you're Meta Knight edge guarding another Meta Knight.
There is a knowledge gap here, and the only way that J-Tails is going to be able to do this is he needs to keep his composure. But against one of the fathers of your character, like that's gotta be intimidating. Taking advantage of that trick, getting the down trip, getting the down smash.
Gets the neutral air on the shuttle loop back onto stage.
Yep.
J-Tails is getting something
very
started.
good.
Wow, excellent
very
shuttle
good
loop off
up
stage.
B. Very good up B. I believe those are called birthday up Bs. So, you know, he surprised him with it, and King was unable to react. Very incredible up B. Like I said, I can't sleep on J-Tails. You may be the father of Meta Knight, but you make mistakes too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. You can't play perfect all the time,
Absolutely.
and you can't be prepared for everything at every single moment.
Yes.
So, J-Tails finds his way back on stage. Will he get stage control? Yeah, King just kind of gives it to him.
60% to 12. It's not that big of a deficit. We're going to see a lot of good decisions made by J-Tails, especially against King. I'm very impressed with this match right now. It's a lot closer than I wanted it to be.
Oh, goes for the dash attack. Oh, some really poor DI.
Now, the interesting thing is that DI had a really good smash DI.
Right.
But the actual
trajectory
DI was bad. And as you guys know, or you may or may not know this, the difference being when you get hit by a move, if you jam a certain direction, your character will move that direction, and then you want to also go perpendicular to the trajectory of the smash attack.
Right.
Now, as we saw there, J-Tails had incredible smash DI. He went almost the opposite way at first, but he did not have good trajectory DI, killing him at a very early percent. And against Meta Knight, that's really all you have. You know what I mean?
Very true.
When you down smash, when you get down smash, you want to live higher than 60.
Yeah, no, for sure. But J-Tails is he's keeping it together here. Oh, King with a rare SD.
Rare. This is now.
J-Tails at the Jordan % right now.
If there was ever a movie that showed you when you were gonna win, this is it. Because when
this
the god of Meta Knight,
yes, 23%.
Yes, welcome
was about
to
to happen.
Space Jam. Now he needs to take advantage of that SD, and he is.
He has evened it up so well. Just a very, very slight percent deficit.
Now look where he's standing, just like I said earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
But now J-Tails understands that and knows that he absolutely cannot get it with a get-up attack. He needs to get on with either a tornado, getting the trips. That was his opportunity to get on stage, and he uses it to get it, but he gets grabbed.
Oh, smartly jumps out of the way of King's attempt to trap his landing with that forward smash.
J-Tails is so impressive right now.
Fades back and then goes back in with the tornado. This is very close.
This is the momentum and the mental momentum that he needs. Getting a great grab.
Cheeses him out with an air dodge, spot dodge. Just that little flurry of invincibility there.
Okay.
Yeah, King is fishing for that up B. You know he wants it.
Questionable DI in the down smash, but he does live, and we're going to see more play. He needs to get on stage without a get-up attack because King is expecting it. Ooh. Very good air dodge into, well, I think he wanted to grab, but he got down smashed instead.
Yeah, he caught that cross-up roll and everything, too.
Yep, using forward roll. Using forward roll to get back on stage is actually incredible. Very good idea.
It's very good, but if you read it, it doesn't matter how great the frame data is. You're still just a sitting duck for a couple frames. Yep. And a character or a player like King is definitely going to capitalize on that every time, especially if he has the read.
I think he already understands how many options J-Tails knows to get on stage, and he's ready to counter each and every one.
Exactly. That is exactly how King plays. He will
and there goes game one, last stock on Smashville. J-Tails versus Meta Knight. We saw a really, really rare SD come from King, and that was the only way that he really did catch up. But J-Tails used that momentum correctly.
Right. I mean, he's still SD'd at like 125%, so no disrespect to J-Tails. He did have him in the edge guard situation
Absolutely.
as well,
it wasn't no disrespect at all.
Yeah.
It was 120, so it was still just really close for that situation. Game two,
running it back
on Smashville. One game up on King. It was last stock last game, so we're probably going to see some good gameplay here.
Now we'll see what kind of adaptations and adjustments both players have made over the course of this match. The match that just passed.
Yep.
J-Tails kind of taking his time on the edge.
See, that was the second time air dodging onto the stage, but he does get the grab, a punishment for the trip. Very intelligent, trying to use the invincibility from the ledge to get that the tornado, but he doesn't get it.
Right, even when you're not invincible, you can still swap Meta Knight out of tornado fairly easily with up air, but King, just that expert spacing, he knows.
Do you think there is some way for J-Tails to win this? Like, what do you think J-Tails needs to do? Because you're the Meta Knight.
I think right now he needs to be more aware of the conditioning game that Mew2King is using on him, and actually go for, you know, a conditioning game of his own. As smart as Mew2King is, and as smart as any player is, oh, rough DI, but, you know, there is nobody that you can't condition. Everyone is still human and has psychological flaws, you know. There's definitely, like, no one's mind is always perfectly fit to deal with a mix-up, to deal with conditioning all the time. So, you know, if J-Tails can make some adjustments, just kind of like scare Mew2King into one position and then go for the opposite, you know.
Okay.
That's basically, you know, it's the crux of the Meta Knight Ditto. You really just have to be in their head.
Okay. I think that, like, the Meta Knight Ditto is, to me, what I see about speed. And as we saw, the air dodge onto the stage, punished again by Mew2King, J-Tails is going to need to find other options to get on stage because he's spending a lot of his time on that ledge. And if he does not have the options, he's going to be unable to really capitalize on, you know, on anything, like getting back on the stage or
yeah, he snuck in there with a glide attack, got a little bit of something going, but once again, Mew2King, you know, resumed control, but wow, Mew2King gets off the edge fairly easily, and now it's J-Tails again at the edge. This matchup is so much about positioning because when you're on the edge, the other player literally can just have a field day with you, and, you know, if you try to go above them to regain stage control, you're just going to get up aired, just like Mew2King showed right there.
You know, I'm actually so impressed. Very good. Nice. Okay, good. J-Tails, again, we just cannot sleep on this boy because he does have a really good grasp of Meta Knight. And look at that. Yeah. He used the same option against him, and J-Tails knew
Gotta
the
love
down
that.
smash.
Trades with the first hit of forward tilt against Tornado. That is extremely good in the Meta Knight mirror matchup.
Understanding that he did, and then down smashing.
Right, and then down smashing for the free follow-up because the player who was doing Tornado has frame disadvantage. Or rather, it actually depends on their percent for hit stun. But J-Tails knew. He knew he could just do forward tilt, immediately trade with Mew2King's Tornado, and be at neutral position, and then bam, quick down smash. Oh, Mew2King narrowly
brilliant
survived.
DI,
yeah.
using his up air to momentum cancel, really getting every percent, milking it to its finest, getting back on stage. And he will survive that too.
Right. J-Tails got the last few frames of invincibility from his air dodge right through Mew2King's grab.
Without impeccable smash DI, that would have been a stock. Easily, that would have been a stock. So now we see J-Tails down a stock. Mew2King 151. We need any attack at this point. Anything close to the ledge, and he will die.
It looks like he had that power shield to neutral air, but he actually full hopped out of shield instead of short hop, which probably cost him that punish. Mew2King says, I see that tornado, buddy.
Ooh,
wow.
Very poor DI. Well, actually, it wasn't even poor DI. There was really nothing J-Tails could have done in that situation. Getting hit by that up B
definitely could have survived if
he
DI'd well.
You think so?
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Okay.
Yeah. You can almost always survive Meta Knight's aerial up B if you DI properly from within the stage boundaries. Like if you're on the actual platform of the stage, it almost can't kill you unless you're at a super high percent.
Sure. I was just going for the surprise factor. Like, I think that he obviously has the knowledge to DI it, but it was so fast.
Right, yeah,
after that forward tilt.
It's the element of surprise, you know. No matter how well you know a matchup, you can still catch people off guard.
Absolutely. And this is Mew2King at its finest. You know, he's one of those players where if you don't give your 100% the entire time, you might get 3 stocks.
You're just going to get trampled. He will
exactly.
walk all over you.
The best of players experience this. It's not arcane to J-Tails.
It's the Zimmerman factor.
Yeah,
so to borrow a term from Street Fighter.
Amen. Like, it's just how he is. And, I mean, it's pretty incredible to watch. I love watching it personally. So we're gonna see Mew2King try to get on that ledge. J-Tails missing the down air that would have killed him.
Mew2King just flying to safety, all the way away.
Mew2King might be air dodging or tornadoing on the stage, actually using up B. I was wrong in both scenarios.
J-Tails read him there, but he went for a forward tilt instead of down smash, which would have killed. See, that's what I mean. You can almost always survive the up B from with, yeah.
Absolutely, you are absolutely right.
Now, Mew2King just kind of burning some time up there. Oh, wow, okay, he's in free fall. This is going to be a free stock for J-Tails.
All right, okay, good stock, awesome. Sweet.
Now, you know, I don't want to call anything impossible, but making it back would require such massive outplaying of Mew2King
if you started
that
off
I find
with
it highly unrealistic.
Yeah, and that's the stock, and that's going to be the game. I'm pretty sure this is winners finals.
Oh, that was winners finals of the bracket pool.
Yeah, that was winners finals. It's not a 3 out of 5.
No, I don't believe
Everything
so because it's
3?
the entire bracket is one large bracket. So pools,
sure.
winners finals, you know, it's actually just like a super early bracket match.
Right. No,
yep.
so I mean, I guess, damn, not Not a 2 out of 3. It's a 3 out of. Okay, it is a 2 out of 3, not a 3 out of 5. Okay, I got it.
Right now, Mewtwo King has qualified in winners from round 1 of pools, but J-Tails is not quite safe yet. He still is going to have to take on probably either Boss, Jazz, or Gadiel Vistar in losers finals. Yeah,
I'm done. The pit is actually in a different.
But right now we're gonna switch to a different pool real quick. We've got Esam versus Lee Martin, winners finals of Pool 6, or Pool 6, I believe.
And remember, it's only top 2. This is incredible. Esam being notably one of the, if not the best Pikachu, switching to Ice Climbers and being incredible there.
Right.
Beating, which Japanese Ice Climbers? Kakura, right?
Kakura.
Yeah, he beat that Ice Climber main with Ice Climbers.
With Ice Climbers.
That's something. Esam is extremely talented, but again, we have Lee Martin.
Yes, these are 2 killers from the South right now.
2 killers, and I'm so impressed to see them both. Like, one of them is gonna be in losers bracket.
Yeah, Louisiana versus Florida. Someone's definitely going to have that salty losers qualification right now.
And that's depressing.
Yeah.
But you know what? Honestly, like that's just the game. We got to get the best of the best in this bracket. We're going to start off game 1.
Esam picks Ice Climbers. I actually half expected this because Lee Martin does have a very strong Lucario, which is a hard counter matchup to Pikachu. So I guess they're going for the smart blind picks. Oh, Esam
and he does get the grab, and we're going to see back throw, down throw. He's going to get it. If he doesn't drop it, this is going to be an immediate stock. And as we know, in the beginning of the game, Ice Climbers at any point in time getting a grab, and it's going to be a stock. 100% charge up smash. Are we going to see it? And we do. Stock 1 from Esam. Immediate grab, and that is the Ice Climber matchup. That's what's going to be really scary.
Lee Martin gets a chance, though. Just like how Ice Climbers can kill Meta Knight from one touch, basically, if Meta Knight gets the right hit, he can convert that into a kill on Nana really quickly, which is almost like removing a stock from the Ice Climbers.
Sure.
And then he can make short work of Popo.
Right, and what is he looking? He's looking for that. That's what he's looking for.
Exactly, that opportunity. Now, will he be able to edgeguard Nana, or does Esam do some crafty stuff? Yes, he does.
Yes, of course.
And now, see, that chain grab, he's not going to be able to turn it to death because Nana's too far away from him.
Sure, and that's the mark of an experienced Ice Climber, being able to protect Nana and understanding that she, is what completes you.
Right.
She is what makes Ice Climbers.
Right, you've got 2 different games to play when you're using the Ice Climbers, pretty much. You have to deal with the opponent, and you have to save your partner.
He's going to get the grab again.
Saving his partner pays off massively. Esam sitting pretty on 3 stocks right now as Lee Martin goes down to 1.
Very frustrating game here, and as we know, it's not even that bad when Ice Climbers are behind, but when they're ahead, it's even more deadly.
Yeah, they are terrifying when they have a stock lead.
Terrifying, because now Esam can afford to play dirty, to play aggressive, and he might get rewarded from it. And as we know,
saw on the first stock, he just rushed in with that grab.
Any reward with Ice Climbers is typically a grab, and that's what's going to set off the entire game.
Yeah, the more he can extend this lead, the better. He doesn't even have to get him with a grab right now. He's got another stock to play with. As long as he can just apply some damage with the up airs, make it harder for Lee Martin to buffer like a breakout of grab, which is unlikely anyway. But
and there it is, and we're going to do these chain grabs.
Wow, 3 times in a row.
He's going to do these chain grabs. He's not going to be able to break out of it. There's no way to struggle out, so he's going to keep down throw and back throwing, and it's going to be the stock 100% and up smash to
one
the
more.
death. And that's going to be game 1. And
wow, in a minute 9.
In a minute and 9 seconds. And Esam standing up. That's, ooh.
That was
boy, that is a rough game. Very rough. And it's depressing to see that and understand that. Like you said, it's very easy for Meta Knight to desync them. But that's the claim to fame to a good Ice Climber player. Is someone that really understands their biggest weaknesses and being able to just eliminate them by saving Nana every time. It's absolutely incredible. Esam is an incredible Ice Climber.
He is very, very good with this character, and most people, they tend to see him as a Pikachu main.
Oh, and we're seeing the legendary Lucario.
Wow, for the Ice Climbers matchup, this is very interesting.
Would you mind explaining to the people that may be new to competitive Smash, what about Lucario is unique, and how is that going to affect this matchup in general?
Okay, so one of Lucario's most unique attributes is his aura ability, which means that at higher percents, like as his percent builds, and as he is behind on stocks from his opponent, as he's going to be behind on stocks now.
Forward throw. Oh, and he misses
it. Does not finish it. Lucario is actually hard to chain grab because of his weight and falling speed. So that's a big obstacle for some Ice Climbers players, especially pocket ICs like Esam. He does not main this character, so he might not know some of the more delicate chain grab timings like that.
Yes, forward throw is extremely difficult to do, and it's.
But Lee doesn't make it back to the stage. He knew that Esam would be able to cover that platform.
So now Lucario is stronger, right?
Right. Yes. As Lucario falls behind his opponent in stock and or percent, he gets what's called an aura boost, and his moves will progressively grow stronger in both damage and knockback. And most notably, his Aura Sphere, his neutral B, will be able to charge much bigger.
Okay.
So that caps out at 180%, and with a 2-stock deficit, that's the strongest you could possibly be.
Okay.
But even if you're ahead on stocks and you have high percent, you still get a boost, and even if you have low percent and you're behind on stocks, you will also get a boost.
Absolutely. So Lucario is one of those people where you have to play the game differently. You cannot get him to over 100% because you are going to be taking an insurmountable amount of damage. And if you do get killed while he's still at 100, he's not that much weaker.
Right.
He's still going to beat your new stock.
He's still holding on to that 100% damage boost
Absolutely.
for the new stock. Yes. And an interesting caveat of this matchup is that the Ice Climbers can kill you from 0. They don't have to put in all that work to get Lucario to high percent before killing him. And Lucario's high weight allows him to survive into those zones where, you know, his aura boost is really, really effective.
Right.
So being that the Ice Climbers can just kind of do whatever at any percent, it makes it tough for Lucario. But he also has, you know, a good tool set to deal with them.
Now, I'm actually curious to know if this Lucario is perhaps stalling a little bit to get enough percent so that on the new percent he has a little bit of aura, a little bit of power here in order to really split the Ice Climbers quickly. Because one down air into their shield can stab and then separate them, which is so easy for Lucario to kill off that Nana. You know what I mean?
Right, yes. Once Lucario gets his hands on them, he can really do some devastating stuff. He can just kind of forward air string them all the way off. And yes, as you said, his down air is an excellent shield stabbing tool, just an excellent shield pressure tool in general because it stalls him in the air and you know, it doesn't make him have to go down into the clutches of Ice Climbers' death and, you know, super death chain grab. But right now, it looks like he's having some trouble with solo Popo.
And as I said earlier, you know, Sopo is one of those I think is not even that bad. And especially in this matchup where, you know, Sopo doesn't have that huge disadvantage versus this Lucario. But the first stock from Ice Climbers is going to go down. Lucario at 1-2-3. He's going to have a lot of aura now.
Percent.
But the forward throw chain grab is going to get it, and that's going to be a big slap in the face of this Lucario.
Another crazy thing about the Ice Climbers, standard game psychology and, you know, just conventional wisdom would suggest that when you're at a high percent, you should be blocking to avoid kill moves. But the Ice Climbers don't care; they can kill you from a grab anyway. So
exactly.
Even if, you know, even if they do manage to like get you out, oh man.
And this is going to be the forward throw chain grab. He drops it again. It is a hard chain grab to do, and like Doom said, he does not main Ice Climbers.
Right.
So,
so these tough timings, you know, on characters like Lucario, Snake, etc. Maybe.
But he does find
he gets
something that works.
Back throw. The forward throw, back throw, chain grab.
The back throw, forward throw, and as we know, again, they could use grabs to kill, and that's what they use mostly, but they don't need grabs to kill. He can kill him with a good, solid up air, a forward smash, an up smash, a down smash. It's looking really bad for this Lucario here.
Yeah, and one, you know, as we were saying, the aura effect allows Lucario to be stronger as he's losing more. So, you know, maybe that one drop chain grab is actually going to be huge because a forward smash from Lucario is actually, oh, no, never mind.
Interesting, and he does lose.
All right, that's a 2-0 for Esam.
Yep,
very convincing fashion, showing us that
both characters very convincing.
Yeah,
solid 2-stock.
Letting us know that if you stick with the game, you know, if you don't drop the game, or if you don't get sick for a year, apologies to Lee, you know, then practice makes a lot of reward come out of it.
It's also showing us that video promo. It's also showing us that Ice Climbers are ridiculous.
Oh yeah, they are insanely good.
Ridiculous.
They are really, really, really good. They are as good as Meta Knight, if not possibly a little bit better.
Okay.
It is a bold claim, but I'm willing to make it.
Very bold claim. But no, I do agree. It's been debated that Ice Climbers are better. Having a move that literally invalidates any stock or any percentage lead, having a way to kill someone 0 to death is extremely deadly.
It is. It is. In a game where, you know, one hit is not a lot of reward like Brawl because there are, you know, very few true combos, and the ones that do exist don't do a lot of damage. It's, you know, just 2-piece, 3-piece combos.
And as we saw in that last match, you know, even a pocket Ice Climbers are going to be able to close out a game, and that's how we have a convincing win versus Lee Martin.
But we're going to hop right into a video promo
yes.
brought to you by Team Spooky right now.
Please.
This picture, it's a memory. It's a beautiful day with a special someone with a great smile. This is Fracture. Just upload an image, place your order, and it'll show up at your door, beautifully printed directly on glass, with everything you need to display it on your wall. A picture is a discovery. A picture is a triumph, and a feeling, and a connection. And this isn't just another frame, not just another canvas. This is new. This is a fracture. Visit fractureme.com and print one today.
Hey, welcome back, dude. How you doing?
The expense of travel shouldn't keep you from the things you love. We'll get you where you want to be for as low as $1. Megabus.com provides daily express bus service with free Wi-Fi and power outlets so you can stay connected to the things that matter most. Stay connected. Megabus.com.
All right. Oh, we're back? And we're back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm Sky commentating with the legendary Doom here. We're about to see a really good match. We have I guess a hidden Marth. Would you say he's like underground?
Yeah, Mr. Eric from Long Island, definitely a hidden killer. This guy, he took a game off Anti in tournament, I believe, 1 week ago at a tournament that he hosted, actually.
Big deal.
Yeah.
That is a big deal.
Yeah, no, this kid is definitely, he's rising through the ranks very quickly. He's just been taking games left and right off good people. You know, he's taken a couple sets from some big names. And, you know, just a very solid Marth in general. He's actually a product of Wi-Fi. So it's good to see,
many of our top players are products of Wi-Fi.
Right, exactly. Good to see a lot of Wi-Fi players, you know, coming off the internet into real life, just getting, you know, mixed in with the Smash community and the whole environment and everything.
But what's interesting is Zero is not a product of Wi-Fi. He's a product of actually staying home in Chile and really practicing against these computers. And that turned out to work extremely well for him. Now he's one of the best players.
He's actually quite a Wi-Fi fiend too. He had a very strong background in Wi-Fi. Yeah, Zero, one of the fastest success stories I think we've ever seen in this game. He didn't really start playing seriously until about 2011, and he just has been a dominant force ever since. So let's see, you know, what the new blood can do with the destructive established Zero.
With the somewhat arguably still new blood.
Still,
you know
yeah,
I mean?
exactly. And Zero is very young. Also, both of these players are very young.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do, what both players are going to do. Zero is incredible with his tech skill. In fact, he still does things that Mewtwo King doesn't even execute. Very sad trip. He's going to use some percent, and Marth wants as little free percent as he can manage. But using his invincibility.
Wow, great up B. If only he had gotten the strong
Good ideas.
Yeah, Mr. Eric is definitely no slouch. Gets the punish on the spot dodge with the side B. That's a lot of damage.
Definitely a force to be reckoned with here. And actually, no, Marth versus Meta Knight is...
You gotta love that. That was creative.
Ooh.
But Zero was keen to it. He's like, I'm just gonna wait. Oh wow, another great counter by Mr. Eric.
Very keen to it, but you know what? I respect the down B, the innovation. I respect these new Marth options. It's very good. Very good stuff.
Yeah, he does use counter a lot more than most Marths that I've seen. You know, and at some point, once you get the read, you can really exploit that. But counter is pretty good in pretty much any situation where you foresee your opponent putting out a button. You can kind of just like go for the super hard read and counter it. So I do like his his innovation with that. Gets the forward throw.
Dash dance grab was amazing.
Right. Realizing that he couldn't get a grab release follow up because of the platform. Oh, staying alive. Fades right out of the up airs. That was beautiful by Mr. Eric.
Very good. Mr. Eric is just going the most in, and we're seeing a lot of counter.
Wow, he's going toe-to-toe with CT0 right now. This kid is really putting on a show for us.
A really good counter game, using down B in order to block a lot of Zero's attacks.
Oh, goes for another one.
Yeah, I think Zero's getting keen to it, but you know what? He's not going to stop using it. Probably going to use it again this time, you think?
Oh, he goes for the tricky little back air through the stage. No, stays on the edge just too long. Waits his invincibility out, and Zero just puts the down smash on him.
But Zero is not exactly in the clear here.
Super smart by Mr. Eric, not taking that bait. He realized the glide attack was spaced, and he could not land the up B successfully. But all it's going to take for Mr. Eric to clean up the stock is a nice Dolphin Slash. Marth's up B.
Dolphin Slash, any smash tag at this point. Even a good grab to an offstage game. But you know what? Zero is going to take advantage of the fact that he needs to avoid the grab, using counter again
very good.
to block the up B. Incredible stuff here.
Basically,
and the Dolphin Slash does not kill.
No, too far from the
edge, and Zero using really good DI in order to avoid any ounce of even a chance of dying. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. It looked like he was comfortably living that one.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, the footstool! That was sick.
Footstool, getting above him. Footstool, you have to jump. It's a risky thing against Meta Knight because he could have just up air, but he didn't.
Right, exactly.
Interesting option here. And now Zero, hugging the ledge and
edgehog.
using the invincibility to block the Dolphin Slash. Very depressing.
Now it looked like a toe-to-toe match has gone quite in Zero's favor. He's over a stock in the lead. Oh, but that tipper neutral air.
Wonderfully spaced neutral air, getting him, shield stabbing him, I believe. Getting
double
good
forward
early
throw to up
percent.
smash. Yep, that's 30 damage. That's
using a lot of the things
deal.
that Meta Knight, you know, a lot of chain grabs on Meta Knight from a lot of characters, like early percent. Using that with Marth, very pivotal. Is this going to be the stock? Every time you're off the stage versus Meta Knight, it's always like, is this going to be my stock?
Especially with Marth, who has such a linear recovery. But although it's linear, he has many options to kind of like, you know, diffuse the linear nature of it.
Sure, like get people
like
away.
Side B stall or jump fair, you know.
Right.
Wow, great
good,
up B.
Wonderful up B, and as you may or may not know, up B does grant 1 frame of invincibility on startup.
Four frames.
Is it 4?
Yeah, frames 1 through 4 are invincible, and then the move hits on frame 5. So.
Okay.
Or actually, it's invincible 1 through 5. Hitbox comes out on 5. He's invincible while it hits for 1 frame.
Hitbox comes out on 5. Are you sure about that?
I am fairly certain.
So sure that it comes out on 1, like the hitbox.
No, the hitbox does not hit on frame 1.
Because that's the most BS move.
He is invincible before the move comes out, which is why it seems that way, because he's invincible, but then you get hit.
I think it's all safe to say that Marth is a bunch of crap with that up B.
Yeah, that up B is like, you know, used perfectly, that's the best move in this game.
Oh, absolutely.
It's invincible while hitting you simultaneously. Like, not even Meta Knight's up B does that.
And it's very difficult to know exactly how you're going to DI it because the strong hitbox is going to send you in a really strange angle as opposed to the weak hitbox that sends you straight up.
Right.
And that's going to be, it's so hard to really assess which one you're going to get hit by. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, no, absolutely.
But Meta Knight versus Marth, and forgive me, I know that you are, you know, infinitely better with frame data than I am, but I think that Meta Knight has, what, a 4-frame down smash?
5.
5 frame?
Yeah.
Mewtwo King tells me, this is Mewtwo King, that if you buffer it from shield, it's 4 frames. He could be crazy.
That's actually possible. I don't know for a fact, but I do know that Pit, if you buffer his smash attacks out of spot dodges, they come out faster. I believe his 6-frame forward smash becomes 4 when it's buffered out of spot dodge.
And that's why it was so interesting to me that Mewtwo King was telling me that, like,
that if you
when you buffer it,
drop shield,
it's like 4 frames. And I'm like, okay, Mewtwo King.
Yeah, no, it's entirely possible.
Yeah, right.
So Smash Lab, get on that if you're listening.
Yeah. Can someone correct me, please?
Yes. Tweet us corrections, please.
Yeah, please. Tweet
we don't want to be distributing false frame data.
Yeah. So down smash comes out in 17 frames. Game 2, Mr. E versus Zero. Zero taking the first game with a solid 2 stocks, but it was close at first. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what went wrong that game?
Basically, as soon as Mr. Eric lost his first stock, you know, reclaiming the stock advantage is one of the hardest things to do in any of Meta Knight's matchups. You know, if you're fighting Meta Knight with any character, just landing the kill move on him is so difficult. Oh, gets the light step up B. You could tell he wasn't really expecting that, but smooth recovery by Mr. Eric. Side B to spot dodge on shield.
And
Smartly
Mr. Eric,
raised.
understanding that the platform was going to save him, didn't want to pursue that because it would have been a power shield. I feel like he could have gone for the platform cancel grab. But
or shield breaker.
Right, but you know what? He played it safe. He didn't want to do anything risky.
Yeah, you don't want to disrespect CT0 of all players, you know?
Yeah, and it's still an even game. Mr. E looking for a way to get on, using spot dodge to predict the grab and getting that forward smash. Very good match. Stage spiking him here.
I love this kid's play style.
Yeah, this Marth is incredible. Understanding that, you know, on the very second that he can use up B, he will.
Gets the B reverse counter.
And using up smash and getting the first stock.
Sends him to the moon.
Mr. E getting the first stock here. Game 2. This is incredible. The gameplay I'm seeing from this Marth is unlike I've seen on any other Marth. That counterplay is, I'm not used to it.
A little spot dodge war there. Mr. Eric comes out on top.
Oh,
gap attack. Wow, the trip really helped him out there. Mr. Eric with these reads. I told you he's expecting the forward roll, and he's really getting these forward rolls out here. It's incredible. That is Zero's go-to escape from the corner, so a lot of good player knowledge. Oh, yeah, absolutely. A lot, but especially Zero. Zero is very liberal with his usage of that. Yes. And Mr. Eric, very aware. Very aware, and all Mr. Eric needs to do is just do not die. Rack up this percent from grabs. And you know what? That was a good counter. Oh, a little bit questionable DI, but he was very close to kill percent on that one anyway. Oh, almost with the shield break. That would have been a huge shift of momentum. That would have been a stop. Mr. Eric's favor. Falling from the ledge, narrowly gets out advantage of that small shield. Great up B. Now he knows that Zero, can't sit on the ground and block his aerials now. So he's gonna, he's gonna mix in a little bit of shield breaker, a little bit of dancing blade. Oh, Zero's shield almost fully rejuvenated though. No, he knows the platform. You know, if Zero didn't mash, he could just wait for the platform.
Right.
Oh, crosses him up. Does he have his jump? No, he does not. He stole his jump with that. I didn't even see the ripples.
I didn't. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I could have sworn he still had it.
And he's been very good about saving his jump off stage, too.
Yes, we've seen a lot of jump save play, especially from Boss earlier, which was incredible.
Yes.
Saving your jump versus Meta Knight is one of the only deceptive ways to really get back on stage.
Speaking of deceptive, I love how Mr. Eric does this, crouching the other direction, and then he'll do the surprise turnaround marksman.
I'm just in love with his counter game. You know, he really understands that, you know, the worst punish he's going to get, and he gets
another
the up
dashing up smash to seal the deal. Mr. Eric making great use of that.
Getting the strong hit of the up smash in the middle of Meta Knight, it's a risky play, but it paid off for him, and now we have an even game.
Yeah, Zero using that grounded up B to anti-air Marth's attempts to get off the edge. And, crosses him up that time. Good by Mr. Eric. Oh, but Zero.
That's going to be that up B at the bottom of the stage.
Breaking America's hearts with that one.
Mr. E played exceptionally well, but Zero is still one of the best Meta Knights. You can't.
Absolutely. He does not crack. That is his major, that's his best attribute. I'd say, you know, Mewtwo King, maybe you could get in his head, maybe you can make him crack.
Sure.
Nairo, you can make him crack, but Zero, you know, he has the composure, he has the patience.
And but the only thing that I think beats Zero, I mean, when I saw Nairo versus Zero last year, one thing that really harped on him was the crowd. I think that may be his only weakness. If Zero has a crowd cheering against him, that's going to put him in a bad groove. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and being an out-of-country player, you know, he is going to have to be aware of that. He's going to have to be prepared for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so hopefully,
all right, fellas, we're going to be switching to Melee in just a second, okay?
All right, no problem.
Okay, so we're going to be switching to Melee in a little bit.
Yep.
Are we switching to Melee like now? Or?
Now, okay, yep. So that was the last set of the day, or last set of the morning.
Do we have a little bit of time to talk about? Okay, yeah. So just for a quick to talk about the games today. What did you think was the most hyped game? What did you have the most
I actually
fun?
think it was the one that we just watched.
Really?
If not the game where J-Tails came very close to taking Mewtwo King out. But yeah, no, Mr. Eric is just such an electrifying player because, you know, of the history behind the match. For one, you know, he's a rillatively new player, rising star, playing a character that requires a lot of precision and perfection. Right. You can't really be playing off your game with Marth too much ever. And you know, he almost took CT0 down to game 3.
Exactly.
So that was really impressive. That was a great show by Mr. Eric, and just so many great matches.
Yeah, my personal favorite being Luigi. Luigi versus Mewtwo King was so hype. All the tricks that you saw Luigi do, because you don't see a lot of Luigis.
Right.
So, you know,
and, amid the utter destruction that Mewtwo King was laying down, Boss is doing some cool stuff.
Very, very cool stuff. Well, it has been fun commentating with you, Doom. Thank you so much.
It's been real, Scott.
Yeah, no, it's been really good. Please follow us on Twitter. Follow
us on Twitter. Follow Spooky on Twitch, on Twitter, everything.
Tell us how you enjoyed everything. Today is a good day. We had a lot of good matches
guys.
today. And thank you so much for listening to us talk about Super Smash Bros. Brawl. We're going to be handing it over to some of the best Melee commentators in the entire world. So please stick around, enjoy, and yeah.
Yeah, Melee's going to be a great show for you guys. Peace out. Thank you, Spooky.
See ya.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Captain Rafton, who be burning the tracks like a fresh to back, trying to challenge the Falcon for the top of the pile. Dude, the king of evils even jocking my style. How you show me your moves when I think I've seen them before. You try to test me, you get an FG0. Cause I take on the Mutant City just to zip up the yap. I come in first, then second on the victory lap. Oh. Yeah, we going crazy. Yes. Either you is a man or you is a baby. See who play late, either way. I ain't stop what you're doing, cause I'm the Pikachu, and I'm here to hit y'all with an electric boogaloo. The girls say I'm shooting, of course they would know, cause I got master balls and I put them in show. For real, y'all, you ain't no contender. Get your ass from the captain to a Pokemon Center. Pikachu, I'm the one you can't catch. Run along, kid, you need the gym bag.
Yeah, I see how you get shedding them tears. And my dust getting all up in your eyes. You never see me disappear. Come on, I paid the cost to be the boss. There ain't no limit to me. Don't you dare try to get me doggy style. With my nizzo, I'll go shizzo. You best recognize Horizzo when you playing fire. Come on,
Yeah, I'm going crazy.
All of you is a man, you is a baby.
See will play, lay, I'll play.
When Falco bust rounds, the fits get shut down. My pillars are the foundation of rush down. Touchdown like a whirlwind, shine like lightning, then take the arrogant. The bluebird dictates the skies like the red parrot. I'm arrogant, greatest all-wing pilot to ever fly. Your lyrics raise the show up like the beacons when I'm speaking. I used to dog fight with space saves on the weekend, but I got the invitation, now I smash with DK&M.
Yes, is in the spot. Better go and get your medal, bro. Anything he hits a home run. Battle dodge out of the way when you think you okay. Your terrible gaming has led you astray. When I hit the BK, I'll watch you decay. You killing Mayday, there's no getting away. BK Thunder, make it rain. You ain't never gonna be the same. When you witness the usage of all my power drains, had to make them earthbound, cause you know I'm really on it. And I bring a lot of flair. Let's be honest.
I'm an alien with a ship. I crash landed, broke the whip. I'm trying to get a grip, but I can't figure out which pigment is which. Even though I got all these henchmen, I still feel like ish. Cause all of these other characters are taller than me by like 3/5. Those are legit, but my up smash is my favorite to kill with. Go ahead, do all you want. They're still gonna be
So,
at the end of it. You want a melee, forget
swag,
it. I'd rather get
swag.
lifted than fall.
Whoop, whoop. Nah, we're done.
All right, we're back, man.
But thank you guys for tuning in here at Apex 2014. You guys were enjoying some of that fantastic Super Smash Bros. Brawl action.
Absolutely.
However, you know, you got to give the older brother a shot here on Team Spooky, and of course, we thank Vic for being a part of Apex.
That's right, man.
What, a tribe called Rest?
We're back again.
Here we are. You know, we were here earlier about 10 a.m. on Clash Tournaments, bringing out some of the melee action, and we're going to be going from exhibitions over there to some of the pools over here. So already we talked about how huge this tournament is. The second largest singles tournament for Melee of all time.
Absolutely.
Second largest
in
Smash history.
Yes.
Only behind EVO 2013.
With 696.
696. It's not bad company at all.
Not at all.
Of course, you know, it's always a climb to the top and you have to fight your way through it, and pools are where it all begins. There was a lot of issues with people wanting bracket pools and round robin. And you know, round robin is always a great thing to do, but it's just not feasible at a tournament this size.
Not at all.
Unless you want everyone to take a week off. And
oh, yeah.
Personally, I have bills to pay. I mean, I'm walking around with a cane. I need my Obamacare right now.
You signed up?
We'll talk about it later on.
Woo,
but
all right. Oh, man.
But we're going to get some of this pools action going as Spooky switches over. Actually, I see so many people walking around enjoying just everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Did you actually happen to catch any of the that action for Brawl at the end?
Not at all.
I saw CT0 doing some good stuff with Meta Knight against Mr. E. I saw Asim's Ice Climbers kind of dismembering a couple of people. So it's always a tough climb to the top at any event. But of course, of this size, of this caliber, what more can you say? What more can you say, D1? There's nothing that can be said.
There's nothing that can be said, man.
Only thing you can say is, I hope that I'm good enough on this day. Because that's the thing about events like these. It's not like there's a season that's going on. If anyone has a one magic, majestic day, they can take it all. However, there's a big four in Melee right now.
Yep.
Of Melee Army's very own Mango.
Absolutely.
Clash Tournaments and Empire Arcade's very own Mita King.
And Armada.
Plus, well, Armada just signed on. So.
Oh, yeah.
But he's actually not entering Melee singles, so he just doubles with Ice.
True.
We have Clash Tournaments' Hungry Box.
Hungry Box.
And Video Game Boot Camps.
Dr. PP.
Yep, from North Carolina. And those are the big four. A lot of people say, you know, it's the characters they choose or who they're, they really don't get enough credit for the players they are and how much time and effort they put into what they do.
Absolutely.
And all that being said, you know, these guys they're masters of their craft. You know, I hear a lot of people getting angry at these guys win every event. Would you get angry at Jordan when he dominated night after night after night? You can't, because if no one can step on the floor and be as good as him, there's nothing that can be said. If you want to be upset that your favorites aren't doing well, push them to perform harder.
That's right. What you got to do is, if you're mad that those guys are winning a lot, step it up and take them off that throne.
Because in the Melee community, we live by 2 words.
No Johns.
Indeed. You make the effort, and then you make the money, and then you make the history. Of course, we're talking about history. You know, a lot of people here I'm seeing are really, really new to the scene. Of course, you know, we actually doubled the number of entrants between the last 2 years for Apex. And a lot of those people are what we are lovingly calling the Evo/documentary babies. It's fantastic just to see so much new blood, you know, for a game that, like we said in the documentary, a few years ago was on its deathbed, and now the numbers are insane. Like I said this year, I'm predicting at least one 700-man tournament, and Apex is so close to cracking that shell.
Almost there. And it's ridiculous, too, how, like, every day on Twitter, I would just notice there's just more and more people joining the scene all over the world. Not only just the U.S. or Europe or Japan.
Not at all.
You know? Like, there'll be players from Arabia.
Yeah, we have the Smash Arabia scene. I mean, like, there's a huge Brawl scene over there, but they're definitely loving what's going on now. And anyone that's out there from abroad, doesn't matter where you're from, thank you guys for supporting not just Apex 2014, but the Smash Brothers series in general.
Yeah.
Because we stand on the shoulders of giants. And you guys can see what's going on. And I hope that the view is glorious for you all. So,
well said.
That being said, we're going to get some of this pulls action pretty soon, D1. I see, is that Winrich? No, that's not Winrich. So Winrich is here watching Melee?
No, that's actually Cafe from Maryland.
Okay.
Yeah, I totally forgot his name. He was like, it starts with a K, and I looked at him and drew a blank. And we actually had a couple casual matches in Otacon, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great to see, like, even at the conventions, you know, there's
tons of people there.
Always people that play Melee, man. Everywhere you go. Like, it was funny. Back then, if you went to an anime convention and, you know, expected to play Melee, they'd usually have it on like a...
They have like a random tournament there.
Not only that,
but
it
would
would
have
be
like
on
a
an
couple of
HD
people there.
setup.
Yeah.
And
but there would still be like some killers there.
Yeah.
Like I remember going to Otacon a few years ago, and I'm like, okay, I'll enter the tournament. Why not? Who's sitting there and playing?
Who?
KC Chris.
Wow.
Yeah. So, all that being said, you know, there's... Melee is not on its deathbed. It's on probably a third win, I'd say, at this point. You know, we had Revival, Melee, and Genesis that really started a spark, and that really culminated with last year, which all started right here in Jersey with the Apex series, with Apex 2013. So all that being said,
the
story has yet to be completed. There is no period. We are only working with commas and semicolons.
That's right.
Couple of ellipses here and there, but we're not done yet.
Not at all.
And if you guys want to see some more of this action, of course, you already know. You're going to stay tuned here. You're going to see some more action on Clash tournaments. Especially the crew battle, East Coast versus West Coast. Let's talk about that for a bit.
So
what are your predictions?
First off, let's discuss which players are on both teams.
I actually don't